Summer. Listening. Black power. Brr, bam, bam. Brr, bam, bam.
What is a day and time part 2? SommerSankofa. What is a day recap? So we know that each day is ruled by a different planet. Each planet governs different energies or emotions. Monday is ruled by the moon. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. Friday is ruled by Venus. And Saturday is ruled by Saturn. Sunday is ruled by the Sun. So what is time? Ordinary hours versus planetary hours. We have 24 hours in a day. Planetary hours are similar to ordinary hours, which all of us are used to. A planetary day consists of 24 planetary hours. An ordinary day consists of 24 hours, but here the similarity ends. Planetary day begins at the moment of sunrise in the given place, and an ordinary day begins at midnight. Since the moment of sunrise is generally different for different places, every place on the earth has its own planetary day, while an ordinary day is the same for all the places in the same time zone. Ordinary hours always have the same 60 minutes, and planetary hours varies around the year. The day hour is usually not equal to the night hour. They are equal to each other only twice a year, at the vernal equinox around 21st of March and the autumnal equinox around 22nd of September. How to calculate planetary hours? Planetary hours depend on the date and the location. Let the date be the 28th of June and the location London, UK. Figures will be different for other places and dates. So on that day, sunrise in London was at 4:37 AM and sunset at 10:01 PM. The length of day time from sunrise to sunset is 17 hours 24 minutes or 1044 minutes. We then divide this number by 12 and the result is 87 minutes, which is the length of one day hour in London on the 28th of June. So to define the length of one night hour, we could take the period of time from the sunset to the next sunrise and divide it by 12. It would be more efficient to use the simple rule, so a day hour and a night hour summed up should always give 120 minutes. Thus the length of one night hour in our case is 33 minutes. So that's 120 take away 87 equals 33. You can see that the length of a day hour exceeds significantly the length of a night hour. You can easily guess that this is typical for summer, and in winter this will be vice versa. Now that we know the length of a day hour and night hour for the given date and location, we can draw the table of planetary hours. Table of planetary hours. So as you can see, we have 12 different hours of day, all 87 minutes long, and 12 different hours of night, all 33 minutes long. Let me say that again. As you can see, we have 12 different hours of day, all 87 minutes long, and 12 different hours of night, all 33 minutes long. The first hour of any day is always ruled by the planet which rules the planetary day. The 28th of June was Wednesday, the day of Mercury. So the first planetary hour of that day was ruled by Mercury. So as you can see here, Mercury's day started at 4:37 and ended at 6:04 AM, which was 87 minutes, and it continues 12 times. And the night hours, we can see that it started with the sun at 10:01 and finished at 10:34, which was the 33 minutes of day hour. Chaldean sequence. The Chaldean sequence or Chaldean order is an ordering of the 7 classical planets in order from the slowest moving to the fastest moving as viewed from the Earth, which is Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Sun, Venus, Mercury, and the Moon. And all of these planets can be seen from the naked eye from Earth. The planetary hours are based on this sequence. Right place at the right time. So we now know what governs a day and what governs time, but why is this useful? Success often depends on being in the right place at the right time. How often have you heard that said? Is it luck or something more? Coincidence or coincidence? Obviously, having a tool to predict the right time would give one an advantage. And if you haven't guessed already, you now do. Here are a few examples of how planetary hours might be used in daily planning. Schedule an appointment with your doctor for the hour of the sun. Plan a dinner party in the hour of the moon and try out a new recipe. Install and learn a new computer program in the hour of Mercury. Schedule an appointment for a new hairstyle for the hour of Venus. Do your daily exercise workout in the hour of Mars. Call a friend or business associate to ask for a favor during the hour of Jupiter. Clear your desk of that piled up paperwork during the hour of Saturn. Ask your boss for a raise in the hour of the Sun. Shop for ideas for redecorating your home during the hour of the Moon. Send an important piece of mail in the hour of Mercury. Meet with a friend in the hour of Venus to reconcile a disagreement between you. Tackle that heavy clean-up job in the hour of Mars. Open a new business or launch a new enterprise within your business in the hour of Jupiter. And consult with an elder about how best to resolve a problem in the hour of Saturn. So individual planetary hour uses. So use the hour of the sun for career success, employment, promotion, making presentations, public speaking, improving social status, approaching authority figures, and improving health. Use the hour of the moon for doing things that are likely to change or not intended to be permanent or binding, for increased intuition or imagination, and for all domestic activities. Use the hour of Mercury for abstract thinking, mental alertness, speaking, signing papers, sending significant mail, fixing computer problems, or in general, for any activity related to communication, provided that you are in the frame of mind to be logical and rational. Mercury can be a trickster when you are mentally fogged or emotionally upset. And use the hour of Venus for social occasions, love, courtship, marriage, improving appearance, for financial investment, to reconcile after a disagreement, to mediate a dispute, to achieve calm after stress, or to work for peace. Use the hour of Mars for activities that require muscular exertion, boldness, courage, and active enterprise, when your feelings are in check. Caution is needed if you are angry or stressed, and especially if a relationship is involved, for Mars can be confrontational. Use the hour of Jupiter for success in just about any activity you can imagine, and for beginning anything important. The only downside would be where a tendency to overindulge or excess is a factor. Use the hour of Saturn for getting organized, planning through tedious work, breaking unwanted habits, accepting and dealing with responsibilities, and for contemplation or meditation, especially if you find yourself feeling tired and needing a respite from activity. Interpretations for everyday life. Sun, beneficial for those pursuits which are aimed at gaining influence in society, fame, high prestige, as also for gaining confidence and self-reliance. Good time for applying to superiors or any important people, for example, to talk about a career advancement. It's also an appropriate time to advertise, to make a presentation, and to speak to a big audience. Venus, good time for any meetings and acquaintances, but especially for dating or asking someone out. Beneficial hour for amusement, entertainment, having a party, going to a cinema or theatre, to buy fashionable clothes or jewelry. Mutual sympathy between people is enhanced, and which helps to find a compromise. To restore a broken relationship, and artists, painters, musicians can feel an inspiration in this hour. Moon, beneficial time for cooking, having a meal, and also for washing, cleaning and other household chores. Good time for dealing with women, family meetings and nursing babies. Activities which were started in the moon hour will be prone to change, depending on people's moods and emotions, so it is generally not advised to start anything of importance at this time. Saturn. It is the time for those occupations and beginnings which require significant time, patience, concentration and perseverance, as also everything related to land and immovable property. It is not advised to start a journey at this time or to borrow money, as in both cases delays and disappointments may spoil the matter. Good time to ask advice of the elders, to cool down passions, to have a sober glance on the state of the matters and to get rid of any bad habits. Mercury. Beneficial time for any intellectual activity, including study, teaching, research, taking exams, as also everything connected to receiving, transferring or using any kind of information. Mercury enhances dexterity and resourcefulness, patronizes traders but also thieves. Good time to start a short trip, to write a letter or report, to program, to chat or to send mail. Jupiter. Beneficial hour for most affairs, especially those which promote richness, success and prosperity. Jupiter also helps to accelerate development, widen the horizon, increase the level of understanding, and good time for social meetings, applying for benefits, sponsorship, dealing with rich, influential people, for the start of a journey, philosophical discussions, and religious ceremonies. Mars, the time for increased activity, for those pursuits which require determination, courage, physical efforts, for sport, for work with fire or sharp instruments. Sexuality is enhanced, but also the probability of conflict is higher than usual. The good hour to attack enemies or to challenge competitors. So what is a day and time part 2 summary? Each day is governed by a different planet. We now know the difference between a planetary hour and an ordinary hour. We now know how to calculate a planetary hour. We now know what an hour is and when and what is the right time to do things. So to get the most out of your day, try performing a task in the planetary hour of the planetary day. An example would be to write a speech on Wednesday during the hour of Mercury. So thanks for watching. I dedicate this presentation to Empress Eunice, as she's the one that motivated me to continue and do part 2. So stay tuned for part 3 because that will be coming soon. Black Power.
Blacks gotta find their own. Blacks it, raising Babylon, and I'm trying to exit. Africa master spawn, trying to exit. Black power, raise up my hand and flex it. Breaking the system, I ain't trying to fix it. Black true cooling, I ain't got 10-6. Play these words and make someone mix it. Whites getting rid of their own. Brexit, blacks gotta find their own.